I just noticed that UN is renting a lot of infrastructure in the Northwest, and most of this infrastructure in itself is not inclusive for persons with disabilities. What efforts are made to make sure that the people you are protecting, their interest in a meeting like this, have access to the services you provide?
Thank you for this wonderful question. Now, one of the things that we should know is that Cameroon has just ratified the Convention on Persons with Disabilities, and measures are being taken to ensure that the principles set out in the convention are effectively implemented. One of those principles is inclusiveness of services and infrastructure. Now, we cannot say that prior to ratification, Cameroon was, responsible. We cannot hold Cameroon liable for, these infrastructure, inclusiveness of this infrastructure. But one thing I want to flag is that Cameroon had already taken measures to ensure that infrastructure are inclusive. I can refer you to the Prime Ministerial order that gives orders on prescriptions on how public buildings should be constructed. We are here, for example, in a private facility, and in the context of the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, in the future or from now henceforth, all meetings should be held in places that are inclusive for persons with disability, meaning that a facility like the one we are using today, if it's not effectively inclusive, then it cannot be used for meetings of this nature or for any other meetings, because we would have participants who are persons presenting one type of disability or the other. And if the facility is not inclusive, it cannot be recommended by the United Nations for such meetings.
The last second one, the current reconstruction commission that we have in the region is you are implementing the government activities here in terms of that reconstruction project. I just wanted to find out from you, sir, how engaged are people with disabilities in that reconstruction project?
The reconstruction plan is the United Nations support to the government reconstruction plan for the Northwest is led by the resident coordinator of the United Nations system. And it is the policy of the United Nations that everything that the United Nations does in support of government policy and government programming is inclusive and respectful of human rights. And this is a core principle. So if at some point there are lapses, the United Nations has the responsibility to draw the attention of the government that there are lapses, especially with regards to participation of persons with disability. You know that the disability principle is that nothing should be done for persons with disability without the persons with disability. This is the fundamental principle of the convention, this is the spirit of the convention, and this is the approach of the United Nations, whether in support of the programs of the government or in implementation of its own program.